another episode of Cut2DaChase Podcast. But before we get into who we are, we do have a special guest today. Special guest. Cue the effects, everybody. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hey guys, I'm Alina.
Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Happy to be here.
She's happy to be here.
I mean, what do I say?
How old are you? Where you from?
Okay. I'm 26. You know, you used to like, I work in.
Yeah,
Okay.
Don't tell the streets. And what I do is.
And what I do, I'm a mom. He's one. But anyways, I'm 26. I am from PG.
PG County.
It's in Maryland.
I'm sorry, guys, I lost my voice.
Yeah, that's pretty much money.
Yeah, so everybody, Helena. So you already know who I am. I'm Ree.
I'm Sierra.
I'm Joe. I'm Trey.
And we thank you
We're gonna do this the whole show. We're gonna do it the whole show.
I am
It's the Ash.
Alright, let's just go.
It's good, man. We here.
Alright, so if you are listening to us right now, thank you for tuning in. And if you are viewing us with your eyes, you know, we just want to let you know that we are still accepting subscribers if you want to press the little subscribe button. And you can like, comment, and just give us any advice or any cue points that we should know. If you think that our editing could be a little bit better, if you think the content could be a little bit better, just let us know. Like, we accept all feedback, you know, good feedback. Any feedback is good feedback. So, I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm just going to go ahead and straight
Which the fuck they would.
Straight do it.
Y'all need to edit better. The fuck they would say in the comments. Y'all need to edit better. Fuck out of here. Like, yo,
So y'all know what not to
do it
say. Y'all know what not to say.
Alright, y'all. We can cut straight to the chase. Okay, so our first topic today is, have you ever lowered your standards to be with somebody?
Shit, who gonna start?
I asked, so I'm gonna go next.
I got a nice little story.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Let the guest go.
So yeah, and I feel really bad. You know, you look back on it, and I'm one to self-reflect. You know, I know what I was doing and was wrong, but the food was good, y'all. So just hold on.
Yo, she had a food nigga.
This is a cook or something?
Nah, dead ass though, because that's the plug.
Okay.
It's a little bit of food.
I'm telling you, it was delicious.
As long as
It was so worth it.
As long as the
Story
stomach
niggas
is
for
fed.
food.
Let me just tell. I'm gonna try to shorten it real quick because it's a long story. So we meet, and I'm thinking, with the way we met was like a movie. You know, it's just not like shit you happens every day. Okay, so he had like followed me on Twitter, and he like was in my DMs, and he sent me like a poem or some shit. You know, and I'm like, I wasn't the type. I've never been the type to be rude. You know, I mean, if you hideous, I'm not responding. But I, you know, for the most part, I'm gonna be like, you know, at least give you some conversation. This was, you know, when I was single, and I could do that. But anyways, so he, you know, sent me a poem, and I'm like, actually read the poem. I'm like, this is actually really good. Like, you know, this man has some talent, but it really wasn't more than that. The conversation didn't get to, you know, well, how you doing? It never got to anything. It was more so, you know, thank you for, you know, actually read my poem, da da da. So this was literally the day that the next day after he slid in my DMs. I'm on my way home from work. Why does man walk on the train?
Wait, what?
Like, literally walks on the train right in front of me. Like, and I'm like, now he had like really long locks, so it wasn't like somebody that you could, and he had the same suit on that he had on his like pinned tweet. Like, so I could clearly see like this is the
That's
same.
you. It's the
And
same
I'm
man.
like, hold on.
You check your phone. Check him. Check your phone.
That's weird.
Hey, this you?
No, you did not.
This you?
Poetry man.
Yo, that is the worst place to
And
talk
he
about.
was like, yeah, how you doing? Like, instant conversation. Like, instant. So, but at this point, I'm like, this kind of creepy. Like,
Why you got on the same
is this
suit?
man like fall? Yeah. But you know, that didn't really click until, anyways. I'm just like, maybe, you know, it's a nice suit. So, like, I'm not even mad at him. Anyways. So I'm like, this is you, and good instant conversation. But I'm like, I'm immediately like still a little skeptical because that's like weird. So I'm like, he gets off at my same stop. Y'all, so I'm like, this man is trying to kidnap me. This man's trying to kidnap me. But we were having really good conversation, so I didn't want to end the conversation. So I was like, all right, look, you walk ahead. Because the way the stop was, you could go right or you could go left. So I said, this nigga go right.
Yeah.
He trying to kidnap me. He goes right. So I'm like, all right. I'm about to do. Like, so I'm just letting him walk. Like, I'm just like walking. He's still going like where I go. I'm like, fuck it. The conversation was really good. He was like, you know, like it wasn't like, it was just instant like connection. Okay. And like he was an intellectual. He was smart. It was cool. So I'm like, all right, whatever. We're walking and he's like, I'm like, where do you live? He's like, I'm living in the townhouses right over here. He lives right behind my apartment building. Like literally right behind my apartment building.
People see your window.
Not like okay, not literally right behind it, but like in the development behind. It's like townhouses behind my apartment building there. So I'm like, oh, that is so weird. But like, no, we're talking more and like, I'm like, this thing is really, I think it's by chance. Like, I really think, you know, the way that we're talking, the things that we're into, the way the conversation flowed, he wasn't my normal type of guy. He wasn't. But I don't really have a normal. Like, if you really look at my track record, it's a lot of different niggas there. But, like, I mean, not a lot. But it's
the options. It's the options.
They're just different. Okay, so anyways, he's cool, but he weird. He not really. He weird. Like the
so
longer
where
we
the standard
talk.
part come in? What did he do? What's the occupation?
He was a good teacher. He had, but
him as a person.
He was very immature still. Like
so he was okay.
He still had a good job. He had the smarts, but he didn't have the common sense. He didn't have the maturity. He didn't have none of that. He didn't have the street smarts. I need that. Okay, because you know if something go down, you won't get me up out of here. So I needed that. He's running, and he can't pick me up while he's running. So that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, like long story short. I felt like this is not really the person I need to be with. This is not really the person for me. I felt like he was draining me. I was his therapist every day when he came home from work. And he was never my therapist. And I just felt like I was just lowering it because the food was really good. Like I said, he was a really good cook. Like
this nigga was
so exactly. So when I broke up with him, it was like I was breaking up with like my personal chef. And I'm talking about like. I'm talking about Cornish hen. I'm talking about like
succulent.
I'm talking about like lobster. I'm talking
real food. We ain't talking hot dogs.
I'm talking about homemade. I'm talking about every single thing this nigga's chopping and putting and cooking it all day. Like I'm talking about this shit is delicious. If you know me,
you lost your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Goddamn it.
Okay, and it was, but I knew I was staying for all the wrong reasons. I knew I was staying for, you know, he had some money. I'm gonna be real about it. And I've never been the type of person because I've always had my own money. But like once I got into that situation and I was like basically being spoiled, like I enjoyed it, but I knew deep down in my heart I was using this man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew I was lowering my standards and I was using him. I was using him, and I'm like, I felt so bad, but like, it was like, I don't know how to stop. And eventually, like, I tried to stop it, and he was trying to force it, and I was like, I know you don't feel it. Like,
nigga,
I know you don't.
You feel me draining your pockets. You don't.
Like, I know you don't feel it. Like,
you feeling?
Like, I know, and it was like he wanted me to change myself. Like, I'm gonna call you a punk ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'ma call you. You know what I'm saying? You dumbass nigga. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? This nigga be like, don't call me that. Oh, see.
Oh God.
You lucky them jams was good last night. You feel me? Because if it wasn't for the food,
I would have been gone.
But like, I really lowered. Like, he was a good for somebody else, just not for who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like, you know, I've always been a super independent woman. I've always, you know, I didn't really need anybody, and he needed me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be with a man that needs me, that depends on me, that when you come home, you're unloading everything on top of the stuff that I've already dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was putting myself through, like, a mental thing with him because it was just so much that he was dealing with. He was a teacher in D.C., so he was dealing with a lot. You know what I'm saying? And he would come home and dump it on me every single day. Like, I'm talking about, like, tears. I'm talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, like, episodes. You know?
Mental breakdown.
I'm just trying to watch Grey's Anatomy, and you try to sit here and cry on my lap, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And, like, he was a good man.
That's aggressive.
She gonna end it with humor.
Yeah, we just.
But just not from my man.
Not
you
from
know, and not for what I needed.
Damn.
But I won't ever do that again. I know what I want. I know what I like. So go for it. Don't try to use.
Lower your damn
I
standards.
never. Yeah, you know, lower and just because that's not who I was, and that guilt. I still ride with that because that's not who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So like using somebody, I never done that before, and that was my first time and last. And like, I don't know how people be doing that. Like that's on my heart, you know.
So I never lowered my standards for anybody, but sometimes you don't even know what your standards are, because when you're dealing with somebody, you start to learn yourself more as well. Like, yo, I don't like that. You know, I don't like what you did, or I don't like the way I'm being treated. I like to be treated that way. So I never really lowered my standards. But as far as like, I was learning my standards being with people, so that's the way I look at it. But I never lowered it though.
Okay. No, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I think I might have lowered my standards. I feel like maybe once or twice. I feel like after the second time I learned my lesson. I feel like I got two different instances for real. Alright, so I guess in a way, when I'm thinking of it like standard, I would have to say standard as far as the normal type of person I would like talk to. So I wouldn't even say I was really talking to this guy. I guess he was talking. We were talking, and it was kind of like he was older than me, but he was lower than me in college level. Like, so I don't even remember how old he had to have been, but say if he was like 26 and he's like a sophomore, and
you're 24 and a junior.
Yeah, like so I'm up above him in like grade level or whatever. So he's older than me, but he's younger than me, like that, or whatever case it be. So it's kind of like his level of maturity was like he belonged in the class that he was in. I don't know if it was because he got held back or what, but he kind of just was like, he was old, but he was like delayed. Like you
out here messing with dumb niggas. That's
yeah, like it just didn't make sense, and it seemed like he had a lot of like other shit going on with him, and it's just like. The food was good.
The food was.
Because when you said the food was, when you said nah, because when you said the food was good, the food was good.
I'm telling y'all,
the food was good. He wasn't.
Nah,
let's think. Have we ever extorted women for food, yo? Have you? No. I don't do that shit.
Nah, he just kind of. Not that he was cooking. He wasn't cooking. He would just buy me whatever food I wanted to eat. Like. What you want for lunch?
Fucking yes, man.
Like,
cook out and shit.
Basically, whatever I wanted, bro. Red Lobster, fucking Texas Roadhouse, anything. Yeah, like whatever I wanted to eat, I was always fed. For real, but I knew that I had no business really fucking with this nigga because he couldn't do nothing for me. Like, he had his own, like, set of shit going on, like, fighting a fucking case and fucking trying to figure out how he was gonna pay his rent. Like he had real problems. At this point, I'm in college. Like my daddy's still taking care of me, so I don't really have these issues. I didn't have to work through college. God bless me. He blessed me with that one. Yeah. I did work temporarily for 1 semester. I worked at Red Lobster.
And it was ghetto. Right?
It was ghetto. It was serving. So I had to get the fuck out of there. But. He had real life problems. I ain't really had these real life problems, so I wouldn't necessarily. Maybe I think it was more so the intellect that kind of threw me off about him, but then it was also like parts in life. I knew we were never going to be able to like mesh. Nothing about this story was ever going to go the way that it was going to go. The food was good. He had a nice body. I can't say he was cute. He just had a nice body. So yeah, I lowered my standards for food with a nice body.
Food nigga who worked out.
Food nigga who worked out.
Yeah, basically.
Sounds good, huh? To her.
At the moment, I was young as shit. I was in college.
I'm telling you. That's all
young as shit. Yeah, that's all I care about, for real.
Food.
I don't need nothing else. I got a car, I got gas, I got a place to stay. My fridge full.
I'm trying to think. I ain't really never lower my standards. Like, for example, let me pass over. For example, like I'm not to toot my own horn or nothing like that, but
start the show, man. Come on.
Nah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But not to toot my own horn, but I don't date a lot of like, I can count on my hands the girls I went out with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which
So that's one.
He
And
come to the crib, fucking lead type nigga.
And two, anybody that I ever dealt with or had any sexual encounter with, it probably was up to par. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was valid. They look good. You know what I'm saying? So I won't say I really lowered my standards. Now, did I have a few ducks? Shit, you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say, I know you had some
I had a
down bad
I had a little,
bodies.
I guess you could say I lowered my standards. Know what I
See,
mean?
y'all dead wrong for that.
Oh shit! Nah, I got a story. No. Okay, what?
Nah, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go
We was
ahead.
just talking about dealing with them, but then we got to the.
Yeah. Nah, I was
I didn't even go there with it, but I was waiting for you to say
It's
something.
not like I'm gonna give a story, right?
Okay.
Funny as hell. So I'm in Miami, right? In Miami, and some of my LBs gonna be able to vouch for this. I'm in Miami, and it's my first day there. So Miami spring break, it's lit. You know what I mean? It's lit.
This niggas are cute too.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So we get to the beach, and niggas is drunk or whatever. So we pulling up on everything moving, like everything, any shorty moving, we pressing down. So I'm like, yo, I'm lit. Keep that in mind. So I'm getting numbers, all that, boom, boom. So fast forward to the nighttime. Shit kind of winding down. Niggas trying to figure out what's the next move. So I'm like, yo, I'm going through my phone. I'm texting. I'm like, what you doing? Texting back. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm telling my man, telling my LB, yo, I'm about to have a move for the night, but I don't remember how she looked. I'm like, I don't remember how she looked. He like, all right, nigga. I'm like, yo, so let's go. I'm like, yo, come to the strip with me, and you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna meet up with Shorty. So I go to the strip, and she like, yo, I'm in the diner. The diner got a glass window. So I'm like, you in the diner? She like, yeah, I'm in the diner. So I'm texting her, I'm like, what you got on? She like, let's say I got on a blue top. So I'm like, blue top. So I want my man. So he like, yo, son, I see somebody right there with a blue top. I'm like, word.
Quack.
So I'm like, yo, I'm about to call you. I'm text. I'm like, yo, I'm about to call you because I think I see you. She like, all right.
Quack.
I call her. I'm like, and I look.
Quack. Quack.
Bro,
quack.
it was a dud. It was a dud, yo. It was a dud. I went out bad. I definitely went out bad. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty.
And it's crazy because I must have blacked out on the strip, and I told her I was pulling down on everything. So.
And you know she went back to her ugly homegirls and was like, I got this cute, and she probably done showed them bitches your picture, and they probably hyping her like, oh nah, cause he cute.
And that's
Listen,
why they
I'm always willing.
They stuff in bitches' means. Okay, because
Listen, I'm always willing to help. You know what I'm saying?
He's not willing to
Oh,
I'm willing to help. You know what I mean? Like,
what are you, a
that helped-
fucking nonprofit?
That helped her self-confidence. Like that helped her
character.
That character. I built character just now. That action, it was a down for me, but it was a up for.
Right.
Yeah, I built. You know what I'm saying? So
Because
again,
she's probably like, I got this nigga, y'all.
She like, I got this nigga. And
He
Joe's
was
like,
drunk
no,
boots, y'all.
bitch, thank you. I'm like, silly putty in your hands. I'm gonna slide on through.
but nah, I went out bad. I definitely went out bad. So I guess
You lowered your standards to fuck. Yeah, it's okay.
You know,
That's
that was the
I've
first
done
night.
that.
Second night, I came back with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Came back strong.
Nigga had to be a
I've
boy.
done that, not many times, but you know, niggas got down bad moments. You know?
Every nigga got a down bad moment.
Yeah, that must be a nigga thing, because I'm not going to go fuck no ugly nigga just because I'm down bad. Y'all
Sierra.
tripping.
Down bad mean desperate?
Sierra
Is
had
that
good-
what we call it?
No,
That's
no,
what I
no.
feel like.
Desperate and down bad.
No, we not calling it.
No,
That's not us.
It's two different things.
Oh,
Down
my
bad
bad.
is like, it's not desperate because desperate mean like you begging for this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
down bad, you like, damn, it's been like a month.
Nah.
You know,
Going
you
through
like,
a drought.
Oh, it's like, yeah, down
No,
bad. It's
I
like,
mean, you know what I'm
yo.
saying? You single and shit, you like, and somebody, you know, your usual, whoever you messing with,
Yes.
not in town or they doing whatever, and you like,
For niggas,
Shit.
we can hit something that is outrageous and not care. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I may not tell everybody about it. You know what I'm saying? I may take it to the
no,
grave.
keep that shit, yes.
Nah, sometimes I'm a real nigga. Sometimes, look, I'm real. Like, yo, it was a dud. You know what I'm saying? But niggas,
Oh,
know,
yeah.
niggas know I'm not trying. I'm good. So it's like, all right, cool. I fucked up. I fell out, but.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Look at my fiance, she valid. So
Yeah.
I'm here, you
I
know?
mean, like that's it. You know how I pick him, so I mean.
Hey, but Sierra,
Huh?
everybody has spoke about their duds and their, you know what I'm saying? Well, not everybody, Andre ain't gonna go. Let's switch it up.
Nah, I wasn't nigga.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah?
I don't want shit to say.
Alright, what you got some?
So read the question one more time, please.
Have you ever lowered your standards to be with somebody?
I feel like I always lower my standards. I feel like it's either I don't mean no shade on nobody.
Now, sis.
Can you look in the
But I feel like
Ain't
either
nothing in there.
I feel like it's either lowered mentally or it's lowered financially. So it's like either I'm gonna be picky and be like, you gotta have like a car, you gotta have like a perfect job, you gotta have like your own place, which I feel like is like should be. I feel like that should be like a standard thing, but niggas still don't have that nowadays. Or niggas have all of that and they still cheaters. They're still bad people on the inside. They don't cook for you. They don't rub your feet. So it's really a
You can't
so
get
somehow I think
rid
I'm always lowering my standards.
So you think it's not niggas out here that got good jobs and
No.
got their shit together that don't rub feet? Oh baby, I don't know what pond you been swimming in, baby. I got one of them.
You gotta be patient.
So-
Okay.
You gotta be
I got one of
But
them.
no,
baby. Trust me,
look-
it's small.
Cause I know it's hard. Like I know it's hard because you're like, I mean, he here like I know you get lonely. You get lonely. We want the affection. We want the attention. We want the love. We want all of that. But then like, I mean, if you don't have everything that you want,
I didn't say I was hurt about it. I'm just saying from what I've dealt with and what I've come to terms with, I'm not going to get everything that I want, so my standards will be lowered.
I don't know. I guess it also depends on if what you want has to be perfection, because that's what it sounds like you're struggling with.
Yeah, cause
No,
It sounds.
I mean, I don't think it's, you don't, I think that would be a normal standard if you have a house, a job, a car, and you can rub my feet.
That is a
Yeah, that's
normal
not
standard.
high
Yeah, that's
standards.
normal.
That's
I
not
think that's
high.
normal.
it's not. That is
But
normal.
that's not what I've come to find, so.
But like, okay, so look at it from this point of view. Okay, so say he has a, he's smart. You know what I'm saying? He might not have a job, but he got the drive. You know what I'm saying? But he might not have everything. Then you got to look at it like that. Like maybe I'm not really I may be lowering my standards right now because he can't give me what I need. He can't provide, but he has
But
that drive.
eventually,
Eventually,
the potential.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it could, that.
I see potential,
You
but
see?
I mean, from what I've been with, those people who have potential do not meet that potential.
They know the.
Okay.
Yeah, I get
I
it.
think
I
a
mean,
lot of times
it's hard.
when I can't speak for myself, but I guess some niggas when they not at that spot just yet and they have somebody who is at that level of I guess successfulness or whatever case may be, it's two routes you can take. You can be content and be like, well, I got it and I ain't doing shit, or there's another route you can take where she doing better than me. You know what I'm saying? How long is she gonna stay around? Me not. You know what I'm saying? Doing this, doing that, and I don't got my shit together. So again, so it's two. You go left, you can go right. So I just think a lot of it.
Go forward. Like, she motivates me, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
That was the other
option.
option.
Yeah, you know what
So
I'm saying?
that would be the road
My
between
bad,
the
my
boy
comprehension is bad.
and the man.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
the road. That's when you get to that crossroad.
I think that's just me though. I my patience is like this, like really like this. So I can't always wait for you to get there.
Okay.
Another thing I
Well,
think
if you're not waiting, then that sound like you're not settling. Because the way you're making it seem sound like
It's
And
only.
if
I feel like.
for a month, I feel like I've settled for that month.
no, because you're
It take a
not
house.
a person.
It take a house, a foundation to settle.
Yeah.
I feel like it's only really a settle if you get into it and you feel like you locked into it. When you feel like it's been that long that you're settling at that point. I would have to say it might be a temporary lapse of mistake, maybe. If you tumble over it like for longer than a month, but I feel like once you get settled and you trying to figure out how the fuck you gonna get out of here, I think that's
Right.
the point where it becomes like you're settling. Because you know that there is better, you know that you could do better, but at that point you're choosing to deal with that situation. So maybe that's how I'm looking at it, like,
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And if you got heart, and if you care about somebody and you want to get to know somebody, I don't feel like a month, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're really interested in this person. Let me see where it goes. Maybe they're worth it. Maybe they, you know what I'm saying? But if they don't, then you rolling out. You're not settling, girl. You just getting to know somebody. That's just dating.
I can't. What were you saying?
No, I was just gonna say like, I guess you shouldn't when it comes to that. Like, don't. And this is really just giving my opinion. Don't pounded on him that he ain't shit and he ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know me, I'll probably cut you off and then go show you, you know what I'm saying, that I'm way more than you think I am. But, you know what I'm saying, it's ways to go about it. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying, maybe you need to go do this. Maybe you need
Right.
to
That's what I was about to say. I feel like I do that, but in a more subtle way. Like, I can be like, I'm really hungry. Maybe I don't feel like cooking. I'm just like, I really would like Red Lobster. So I'd be like, all right, here's my card. Can you go get it? And I feel like that's like, it's a kind of like a subtle way of saying I got the money. But if I want Red Lobster, why would I have to lowering myself? Because then I can't eat Red Lobster. I gotta eat noodles in the cabinet.
No, you shouldn't. I don't think anybody should lower. Like, granted, I talked about like us guys, you know what I'm saying, messing with duds or whatever like that. But if you want to get into a relationship with somebody, I think, and this is just me, I think you shouldn't lower your standards. You know what I'm saying? You should not lower your standards, especially if you think of long term. You know what I mean? You think of long term, it's like, how, if you can't provide for me now, what's the likelihood of you providing for me later on? You know what I'm saying?
Well, then that comes the potential, right?
That's what I was just about to say. That now, if they have the potential to, and you see them actually trying and actually putting forth the effort to get to that spot, then cool. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when it's a slippery slope, I think. I really think it's a slippery slope.
I feel like if you settle in some instances, I think that could probably cause a lot of resentment between like you and that person, because it's like, nigga, I know that I could be messing with X, Y, and Z with X, Y, and Z, but I'm sitting here in the dark with your ass. So it's like, now I'm resentful towards you because why am I living like this and I know I shouldn't be.
So with a situation like the Red Lobster thing, what would be your suggestion?
Girl, get your Red Lobster.
But should I pay for Red Lobster if I can't just pay for it for myself?
If
I
he
gotta
don't
pay for
have
them
it, like if he doesn't have the bread,
yeah, say he don't have it,
but you want it.
I really want Red Lobster.
I think the way you just said it was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? In that situation, like, hey, here's my card. You know what I'm saying?
Can you get it?
I don't know, but my whole thing is, I mean, I'm not a man, but if I was a man and this was the case, I'm not going to eat before I let you not eat. So if you want Red Lobster, I'm going to get you Red Lobster. If I can't afford it for both of us, I'm going to eat McDonald's, but you're going to get this Red Lobster though.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like I think that there should be kind of like that, I don't know if it's like an instinct or like a, you know, like like just whatever. I mean, it's not really, I guess, like as the woman on the other side though, like I think it's understandable for you to, okay, you want food, he ain't got it, you pay for it, I feel like that can happen, but I don't think it should always be like that.
Not always.
It shouldn't always be like that.
Yeah, as a man, and my father always told me this shit, like even as a young nigga, he always said, yo, as a man, you only got 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? 3 jobs for you. You only got 3 jobs. And those jobs is the 3 P's. Protect, provide, and please. If you can't do one of those 3, if you can't, not even just do one, if you can't protect, there's no need for you to even be dealing with that person. If you can't provide for them, it's like now you're a burden. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't please, it's like
But you won't do another nigga will.
exactly. So it's like I go into every relationship like, yo, I look at everybody's relationship like, yo, protect, provide, and please. Those 3 things as a man. That's the foundation as a man. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the household, that's you. You hold that down. Pleasing your woman and protecting. Like, no woman want to feel like they're not safe around their partner. You know what I mean?
I can't do that shit. Listen, I feel protected around my brother, my daddy, every male in my family. I can't be with nobody if I don't feel like if something pop off, you gonna sit up here and run with me. Nigga.
Like, I want to feel like I just got to sit back and relax. Like, if I feel like I got to stop, well, of course, I'm going to want to move fast, you know what I'm saying? But if I feel like my man can't handle it, that's scary. Like,
That is scary.
and especially the world is getting crazier and crazier, especially for women. And it's like, yeah, nah.
Anything can happen.
I need somebody that's going to knock him
Protect
down
him.
for me.
Shoot his ass, okay?
Okay. All right.
Act your rain, don't miss, nigga. Our next question is, what was your first heartbreak?
Niggas looking at me. Oh, who gonna go? Alright, fuck it. My first shit. It was childish though. Like, I was like 7th grade. I think I told you about that. Remember the skating ring thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, so I just moved to Long Island, like 6th or 7th grade, and got familiar with the school and everything. And they had like a little skating rink party. So prior to, like 3 days before, prior to, is this young lady, this girl, she asked me, she was like, somebody sent me a note like, oh, such and such, think you cute. We in 6th, 7th grade. So I'm like, do you wanna? And then like at lunch, she's like, do you wanna go out with me? And doing just like that. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. So she's like, all right, cool. You gonna come with me? Can you be my date to the little skating thing in the school? I'm like, facts, yeah, I got you. Like, we're gonna go. So my pops, you know what I'm saying? Fast for my pops. Fast for a couple days, my pops dropped me off to the skating ring. Get to the skating ring. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it. I don't skate. Anybody who know me know.
Oh no.
I don't skate. So I'm playing the little lobby area. You know what I mean? Like I'm playing the arcade games and kicking it. You know what I'm saying? I don't skate, so I'm not getting on the little floor and all that. So she's like, you wanna come skate with me? I'm like, nah, I don't skate for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. So we chilling. You know what I'm saying? 10, 15, 20 minutes go by. I don't see her no more. And I see her with this nigga. Everybody else got on the little 4-blade skates? Rollerblades. This nigga had on skates, like the ones.
Ice skates?
Nah, not ice skates. The rollerblades.
He had rollerblades.
He had rollerblades, so he was a real skater. So he's skating. I'm like, fuck that nigga. You know what I mean? I see him buying her pizza and shit. I'm like, this nigga just steal my bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Long story short.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ain't skate, so.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Long story short, she was
He
like.
bought her pizza.
Long story short, she came up to me before the night was over. Was like, I don't think this is gonna work out. And I'm like, alright. When I left. I called my pops. Like, pops pick me up in the car. Car ride quiet. So he's like, you good? I'm like.
We gonna take this L in peace, my baby.
I'm like, she knows she is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, shit. I was like, but that was my first like real like heartbreak. I was like, damn, this shit hurt. This what a heartbreak feels.
Oh god!
Like,
like that little the little Mimi when he grabbing his chest like this.
Yeah.
I got ugly.
I'm like, man, this shit hurt. And for like 2 days, bro, I was like low key tight. I was low key depressed. I ain't crying no shit, but I was like really like in my bag. And this was a weekend, so like, let's get the skate ring happened on Friday. We had to be back to school on Monday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was fucked up.
You was and then you was anxious because you gotta go back to school and look at
I was fucked up, and then Monday came, and I'm like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Get on the bus, get to school. I'm like, yo, what's good? I'm looking at her. I'm looking at him. We was in the same class. I'm looking at him. Now they send each other notes. I'm like, man.
you watching the news.
I'm like, man, fuck this, man. But yeah, that was my first real, like, heartbreak.
Oh my gosh. It's okay. You can go to the skate rink and buy me pizza. I won't tell you that it's not gonna work out.
No.
It's gonna work out.
Shit, don't leave.
I'm not gonna leave you. I'm gonna stay in the arcade with you with my skates on.
I'm saying. But yeah, that was the nigga first.
That's what she was supposed to do. That's what you fucked up at.
She was fast.
Oh man.
She saw a nigga with rollerblades.
I was like, ooh, rollerblades. He advanced and shit. Alright, my first heartbreak. I was in middle school.
Oh my gosh.
These middle school heartbreaks.
It's the middle school heartbreaks. I had to be like, man, I want to say it was like the 6th grade. Yeah, 6th grade. So I started dating this boy. Okay, so looking back on this boy, what the fuck was I doing? Like with him, like he was weird. Like he was weird. He was funny looking. Like he looked like a square. Like he was shaped like a literal square. Like he had a haircut like this. Like one of them little Kim Play haircuts. He was shaped like this. Like literal fucking square. I can't make this up. I really, really, really like this nigga, bro. I used to use my daytime minutes on this nigga. I like this nigga. Now you know you use them daytime minutes for somebody.
Oh my goodness.
You really like them. Use my daytime minutes, girl. Wait until after 7, call him back. Like I'm on my phone at night. We watch High School Musical together. Like I'm talking about, I'm really feeling him. Not knowing that we young.
The feels.
So yes, exactly. So he went. I think he went away to another school, and he basically started liking this other girl, and he broke up with me.
That shit. Why you laugh so
Yo,
hard?
that shit funny, yo. That shit cool, man.
It was the he broke up with me. He went to another school.
And he found a little Hispanic girl. A little Hispanic girl. He went all the way out, like, I think he went to like Howard County. He went like somewhere like way out the way.
Oh.
And he found this little Hispanic girl. He basically called me and broke up with me.
Over the phone?
So yeah, he broke up with me over the phone, but I didn't tell you about this get back though. So he broke up with me over the phone and I was sad, you feel me? I ain't see him because we didn't live in the same neighborhood no more, like he moved. Okay, so couple months later, his best friend started eyeing me. Heavy. I'm talking about best friend. They went like Sandbox best friend. Like they went to the same elementary school together. Like they best buds. Like pictures on MySpace together. All types of shit. And he left. His man stepped up and started eyeing me. So guess what I did? I go and get in a relationship with him. And this is I was with him for like a year and a half.
Oh,
I graduated from middle school. Girl went to middle school prom together. Everything.
Oh,
yeah, but no, because that ended when I went off to high school. So it was like
so you did
intermission. I had to, not that it was get back, but it was get back. Like it was good get back though. I got my good karma. Like
for a whole year.
Yeah, for a year and a half I was happy, basically.
That's
So
really cute.
it was cool.
I like that. That's a love story, actually.
Yeah, but then we just
Yeah.
went to separate high schools, and then interests changed, and he changed, and I changed, and we just was like, yeah, no, this ain't gonna work. But ain't no beef. Ain't no beef. But yeah, that was my get back. And,
Okay.
and the first fuck boy, he already know if he ever watches this. I doubt that he will. He probably knows who the fuck I'm talking about too. And you're a fuck boy.
I remember the first time I broke somebody else's heart, which was in middle school.
Oh my god.
This dude used to it was a guy friend of mine, okay? It was a guy friend, and he used to give me these poems. It was like, yeah, you got like a secret admirer, my friend like you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, who is it? And of course, come to find out that it was a dude, right? Me and this dude, I'm thinking just friends. And he's really sending me, giving me a poem every day for like maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. And was like, it's from a secret admirer. And so when I found out it was him, I had to tell him, like, I don't see you in that type of light. And so I know that broke his heart. But that was like my first heartbreak, like breaking somebody else's heart. But as far as my own heartbreak in high school, the person I was with, this was in 9th grade, the person I was with moved to another school. And never came back. Just never came back. He was originally from New York, so he went back to New York, back to another school. Never came the fuck back, and I was like, damn. Then next thing I know, like a year later, he got somebody pregnant. So I was like, damn.
Hey, this middle school?
It was in high school.
High school. This is always like a
Come on,
sophomore
Bala.
year, some shit.
Bala.
Oh, shit.
That was, yeah, that happened to my sophomore year, but he was actually older, so that might have been his, I don't know, like junior year or something.
Either way, too young to be having.
No, I thought she said
Yeah.
he got shorty pregnant in like middle school.
No, it was a different person. It was a different person. And then after that, there was this, but like I feel like that wasn't even really a real heartbreak because he really just left. The real heartbreak was when somebody broke up with me via text and then told me, I asked, well, why? He said, because I was born.
Oh my God. God
I
damn.
would have been
He
hurt.
said just like that.
He said because I was born.
Damn.
What do you even say to that,
My brother
Kay?
would have had to fight him.
The relationship was born.
I would just say K, like, alright, like,
Well,
at this point.
as soon as he texted me that, I was getting in the shower and something happened. My phone fell in the water, so I couldn't even text him back.
Oh, good. That was your K.
It was like, yeah,
K.
girl worked out for you, not to say anything.
I said, I got you. Hold on.
You don't even have to say anything to this, but this new,
Yes,
this new.
Yeah, I feel like ever since then, that was kind of like an encouragement to be more exciting a little bit. So,
Well, you took your negative
Learn
into
from
a
it.
positive.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Growth.
Mine was in high school. I had graduated, we were still together, and then she was with me like in first semester of college.
Oh, this shit kind of recent.
This big boy heartbreak.
No, that was back in 2013 and 2014.
Nah, this grown people hurt. You
This-
had
this
adult
is
hurt.
like-
yeah.
You had
I
adult hurt.
was only
19?
18. I was only 18.
You grown.
You grown, basically.
I think I was turning 19 in 2014. Yeah.
That was your first heartbreak? You got lucky with that age. That was late in
I
life.
don't like my heart to be broke.
I don't think any of us like that.
That shit hurts my feelings.
That That shit hurts my feelings.
For real, yo. Cause I got a big heart. You hurt my feelings, I'll be hurt, yo. Like that shit.
Everybody do.
But she just said she didn't want to be with me no more.
Just
because
like that?
Of alleged cheating.
Oh, you
But
didn't
did you do it?
Did you do it?
He did that shit.
No.
Oh, you really didn't?
No.
Oh, that would make me
But
angry.
in a woman's eyes, they like, yeah, you kind of did.
Wait, what you did?
hold on.
Hold on.
You did something.
He trying to play victim.
Okay. In college, I was just chilling, like.
You know what? Fuck this nigga, y'all. I already know it's some bullshit.
I didn't fuck none of them though. They was just cool. Like I just had
Kiss, touch, titty suck, fingers, what?
Nah, I
Got
didn't
your
do none
dicks
of
up?
that. Nope.
I mean, what you was just in there? You just put a bunch of girls on the couch or something?
But it was the way I was doing it though. Like
So
I
he
was
know he
avoiding
wrong.
calls and shit and all that kind
Oh,
of stuff.
you was being sneaky.
Yeah.
You should have just fucked.
So why was you being sneaky then? Right. What would you be?
I mean, I wasn't really being sneaky. I just ain't want to answer the phone or, I just ain't feel like talking.
Why you ain't want to talk to your girl? Because you was
No,
planning.
it was like my first semester of college.
You the one that showed up with a relationship and
Yo,
nobody
why
told
I
you to
feel
do
like I
that.
interrogate that shit him?
Right, because you
It's
know
her fault.
like
She
we
gonna get
gotta
fucked,
stick
my nigga.
together. You feel me? So we need to get to the bottom of it before
No.
you start telling you got your heart broke. But we need to know.
Well, he was innocent.
That was a
If his
fault.
heart is broken, that means he was innocent.
No, but the way it started was he said she thought I was cheating. He said allegedly. So we were trying to figure out whether he actually did or what he
Yeah, we were
But he didn't, so you good. You good.
Yes. So she
I
was
tell
like,
you.
nah. I was like, after she said that, for 1 to 2 months, maybe 3.
Oh, you was really.
I was
young.
like- Just going to work, coming home, just.
Oh, he was really hurt, y'all.
He was fucked up.
So
Yeah, I
you
was
really.
fucked up, man.
He was fucked up. That's why I think it's good to get your heart broke. It's good to get your heart broke when young. When you get older, you know how to deal with that shit. Cause as a nigga, you gotta get your heart broke when you're young. Cause by the time you get 17, 18, or 16, even you need to be on the fuck these bitches. I'm gonna fuck mad bitches vibes, and you need to go crazy. So what happened?
Hey, yo. What?
We get our heart broken.
Yeah, no.
They break our hearts too, so are we gonna fuck these niggas? We gonna fuck these niggas, you know?
Nah, you gotta.
I mean, sometimes, but
it gotta
you know,
happen young, yo.
but like, why you gotta be like ugly with it? Like, cause you know, some niggas be ugly with it. Like, long as you do it and everybody knows what your intentions are, you know what I'm saying? Long as you go into that mode and everybody knows that you're in this mode, you feel me? Because when you fuck up, when you be like, you know, I might want a little something, and she like, oh, he want a little something, but really he like fuck bitches, get money, you feel me? And then that's when,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Your prime years are supposed to be like 18,
Being single,
16
you
to like
really gotta
26.
be out for yourself. Like literally,
I mean, but it's,
you gotta
My whole
protect
thing-
yourself. Like,
I agree, but you can always protect yourself, but also protect the other person at the same time.
yeah, I agree with that too.
You
But
feel me?
it's like,
Cause like,
it's a selfish game out here.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
A
real.
dog eat dog world out
No.
this bitch. You got bitches using niggas for bread. You got niggas using bitches for coochie.
shit, I was using niggas for food, so I mean,
Yeah, like
Dog eat.
who am I to talk?
so everybody's been used in here.
Yeah.
it's either used to be used.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's
guess.
how it go, yo.
Until you get to a certain point where it's not cool no more, and you realize I'm really hurting. I'm hurting somebody's feelings.
Your whole grown ass person.
I'm hurting a grown ass person's feelings. You know what I'm saying? But when you young, niggas.
Niggas be trifling. I just want to say that, like, when it come to using, that
I
low
never-
key kind of
I
just got
never
me
used
tight.
somebody.
No,
Like,
because niggas
niggas be.
really-
I've seen people that I'm cool with be like used, like manipulated by a nigga. Like, y'all, like, granted, they always say like women got the power, but when it comes to like emotion, I feel like men control emotion. I feel like if you control the emotions of a woman, you can kind of like get her to do anything. So I think it's a lot easier for y'all to use us, even if it's not for material things. It could be her time, or it could be
Her body.
yeah, her body, or it could be like her mind. You fucking with her mind. You playing games with her and shit. So it's kind of just like I think it's easier for a man to manipulate a woman. I think a lot of times that happens a lot more subtle. But then when it comes to a woman using a man, y'all in fucking uproar. It's why y'all niggas be mad at the city girls for what they saying. These controversial rap artists.
For that.
What?
Don't y'all call men like what? Womanizers?
Mm-hmm.
So I call y'all manizers.
Manizers.
Manizing shit,
like it.
you know?
You don't like the manizer?
There's no song called Manizer.
They're like, what is it?
Come up with it.
Womanizer,
Shit.
Britney Spears, right?
Britney Spears.
Manizer. Yeah, think about that.
Nah, I mean,
It's a
you
new
only
word.
could get used for what you allow yourself to get used for. That's all I'm saying.
That's fact.
And that's on both ends. For real. If you gonna be the dummy to give into it, you allow it to happen, it's gonna happen.
Because you know. Because deep down, you really know.
Mhm.
You know when the feeling's not there. You know when it's not right. You know when your heart knows, but niggas be scared.
I never used somebody on purpose, and I realized it. Well, yeah, I never did it on purpose. Like, if I did it, I was like, damn, I really did that. I didn't mean to do that shit. But sometimes you get lost a little bit.
And I used to justify niggas' actions about how I was treated because I'm like, like when I was younger, maybe he really did care, maybe he just really, he just not, no, that nigga did not care. Because if he really cared, if he really cared, he would have knew with it. He would know. He held out on his feelings, he held out on the truth because he knew it would hurt me. That's why I'm being manipulated. That's why I'm being lied to because he knew that what he was going to say was going to draw us apart or it was going to hurt my feelings. So therefore he keeps lying because, maybe he's trying to hold back from, telling me the truth because he doesn't want to hurt my feelings. Like, no, this nigga don't give a fuck.
Yeah, in my past, I just lied to bitches because I didn't feel like I needed to tell you the truth.
That's not fair though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucked up.
I'm a
That's fucked up.
I think guys do that because that means that you're not the one.
Yeah.
I've done that to the ones that wasn't the one. Like, I don't even
when
lie.
they deserve respect, you feel me? So at the end of the day, they're still human. They still deserve respect.
I'm not going to disrespect you, but how can I put
But
it?
deceiving them is not
How I think
disrespect.
about it, I try not to lie, but if I have to, I have to protect your feelings. But also, I'm not going to give. What is it like?
Grown ass women to protect our feelings. They lying.
Sometimes you have to.
That's where you fuck up. We're talking about deceit. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about
where was you at? Where was you at? Oh, I was just chilling with the guys. It could have been women there, but why would I tell you that?
Now we talking about half truths. Now we talking about half truths.
But there's and that's where deceit, and that's where you know what I'm saying. That's where you. It may seem small to you. Okay, yeah, but it may seem small to you, but okay, he kept that from me, so why? You know what I'm saying? That's what it makes me wonder. When you love somebody, you don't care because you know that person trusts you, and that's where honesty comes into play. You give them the reason to have the whole truth. When you keep that from you, that's what makes them wonder, why would he keep that from me?
But see, I'm not talking about the woman that I love.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like
they talking about girls that they encounter.
Yeah, like,
okay, well then you know what I'm saying. But my whole thing is.
Yeah.
It's respect. That's all there is to it. Just treat me with respect. Now, if it's little white lies, you don't have. So, for certain things, you do not owe me the truth. For certain things. But when it involves me, when it involves, like, you feel me, like my body, when it involves my money, when it involves my time, the important shit, you feel me? That's where I deserve respect. I don't give a fuck about no little. You can tell me I look good in these jeans and really I'm fat as shit. That's fine. I don't give a fuck. Lie to my ass. But when it comes to respect, my dignity, my self-worth, how I feel about myself and who I am, you gonna tell me the fuck the truth. You gonna tell me the truth. You gonna tell me the fucking truth. Yes, because nigga, if I find out you lied to me over some shit, you know what I'm saying? That's just, I feel like
she been through that shit.
I feel like every woman should demand respect at the end of the day. And I had to learn that as I got older. Just like y'all had to learn to respect women as y'all got older, we had to learn demand it. Because if you don't demand it, then you're not gonna get it. If you don't set your own standards and you don't tell them what you want, at the end of the day, you're not gonna get it. They're gonna treat you how you want to be treated.
Yeah, but respect for women is also it's not across the board equal. Every man doesn't view the same level of respect for a woman like equally across. It's not like a standard. Like men, I think a lot of times the respect for the person that you're with comes from the respect you have for your mother. If you don't respect your mother, you're not gonna respect the person you're with.
How did father taught him how to treat women?
Yeah,
like
that too. But it
so
also
if you know better, you better.
I have a question. Are we talking like I'm kind of confused. Are we talking about the woman you're with, or are we talking about shorties that you're messing with? Because with me, that's two
Yeah, it's
You
two
don't-
different
you
things.
approach
Yeah,
those-
it is.
you
One
approach
you're
that-
with,
Yes, you give her order of respect. But the ones that you just messing with,
like
I can lie to you. Why? Because I don't feel like you need the truth. I can tell you half truths. Why? Because that's what I want
I
to
don't
do.
give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's all about, like, if y'all both have an understanding of y'all, relationship. You feel me? I feel like if you're leading her to think something differently, you feel me? If y'all both on the same level, then okay, you feel me? Then you do what you want to do because most likely she's doing what she want to do. But if you're leading her to believe that this is actually something serious or could be something serious in the future, like we're working towards something, then I feel like honesty comes into play because that's the foundation for, that's what she's giving you, honesty, because y'all are trying to establish a foundation. Mm-hmm. Now, if y'all both on the same, you know what I'm saying, like, and that's where niggas go wrong because we grown. We can do what we want to do too. We can lie. We can not give a fuck about you. We can have a whole bunch of niggas on the line too. But just let me know. You feel me? Let me know what we doing. That's it. Just be honest from the get-go. Because nigga, if I want you, I'm gonna get you. And I don't. If it's simple, then if we want to keep it just fucking, then I could do that too. But I'm just coming to you because I'm feeling you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't gotta leave me to believe anything else. Like. Mm-hmm. I'm a grown ass woman, and I feel like that's where they just because we're emotional beings, don't mean we don't know. Okay, it's the time for me to put my emotions aside because that's not what it is right now. Now, sometimes you do get some women that be like, you know what I'm saying, real stupid with it. You feel me? Like they try to act like they can put their emotions aside, but they really can't. Then that's when it gets hard. But there's actually women and I know it's a lot of them. But that's when you like decide whether you want to deal with that or not. But there's real ones out there, and I feel like at the end of the day, women deserve the truth, and they deserve to know exactly what it is. Don't lead them to believe anything different.
Okay.
You know, that's all it is too.
And on that note,
well, I think we all can agree heartbreak's a bitch. So,
it is.
With that being said, thank
Don't
you
hurt my
for
feelings.
listening to another episode. If you're watching us, go ahead and like, subscribe, leave some comments in the boxes below. Thank you so much, Alina, for joining us this evening. And we're going to catch y'all on the next episode of Cut to the Chase Podcast. Peace.